different that has to happen in Game 6 versus what you guys did the first 2 games up there?
No, we played well enough up there. We'll be 2-1 twice, and if we score another goal, we might not be going back there.
Encouraged to see Jarret out there?
Oh, yeah?
Encouraged to see Jarret out there?
That's what it is. He's got a brain injury. It's not funny. He's got a brain injury. So, can't play. You play every other injury because you're hurt, but you can't play with that. Very simple.
Darryl, how does the protocol run as far as, what's the next step?
So he went through, when he gets hurt, then symptoms, concussion symptoms. There's 7 or 8 symptoms which basically tell you whether it's a concussion or not.
Right.
So obviously he was symptomatic. So symptoms subside, then you do your baseline tests, then you do light activity, then you do light activity with the group, see if there's any other symptoms, and then you have to be symptom-free again, which basically is the next day, right? So still
Ways.
yeah.
Is the noise in San Jose less of an issue when you play sort of so many games close together there?
You mean because there's more games there?
Yeah, you get more used to it.
No, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I don't think what's the big deal about why it's louder there. It's not our building's been loud. I don't think it's got anything to do with it. I've been in a lot louder buildings than that one. I don't think it's an issue. I don't know what loud, but I don't think anybody bases their game on how loud it is.
Does anything change in a closeout situation? I mean, obviously you want all the games to play the same, but does anything change at all?
No.
No.
What were some of the all-time best environments that you've ever played in?
Chicago Stadium.
Anything as close to that?
No.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, you were telling us before you could feel the noise as you're walking up
vibrating. So if you're thinking that San Jose is close to, I would say it was significantly different.
Were the old buildings hard to play in with like Boston was a
Well,
smaller
it's the biggest reason why there's not as much changes in the buildings, right? Because you have to remember, two of those original 6 buildings were 185 and 187 feet long. That's 13 feet to 15 feet different. Yeah. So it's not about the noise, it's more about the courage.
So the noise doesn't get you, but
Well, if the noise bothers you, plug it off. 15 feet's a lot of difference.
It's a lot.
Think about it.
What was your impression of playing in the LA Forum?
It was bad ice. Commercial flights. Long ways. First time I got called up, I had to fly from Moncton, New Brunswick to Los Angeles. So you'd leave there at dark, fly through wherever it was, Toronto or Montreal, then get to Los Angeles. No. A lot of old guys on their team.
It was an older league back then, though, right?
No, they were an older team.
The LAX Marriott.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's what everybody's doing. Yeah, it's pretty funny. We won't mention other places.
Remember the old jerseys too. That's what I like to play when we wear them jerseys. Purple and yellow.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah. I wish we did it more. Well, I think we will now, right?
Oh, yeah?
I think instead of because it's a legend jersey, right? And I think everybody is supposed to have a 3rd jersey. That has to use so many games. I think it would have come into effect this year, except for the 48 game thing.
Yeah. Would you ever, I don't know if they could do this, would you ever want to have the team play an exhibition at the Forum just for a throwback type? Speaking of the ultimate throwback.
Oh, you'd have to have good ice.
They took up
No.
the ice making.
yeah,
They did?
yeah.
Gone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Lakers played a game there. It's a mess.
Really?
What is
I
it
bet the
now? It's like
locker
a
rooms
theater?
are.
It's a church and
They're trying to restore
Circus?
Now it's like a concert.
I think about when you fly over it all the time because
Yeah.
I used to like, because you stayed out at the airport, you like to go to the racetrack here, and now that's,
That's
Closing,
going too.
yeah. And if you're ever at a day in here, because you practice at the Forum or in, where's that place that the ice that was practice ice?
Culver City?
Culver
City
City.
ice rink.
That's still there. That's still there, by the way.
But anyways, because you'd always come back and change at the Forum, but then I'd walk, if there's something going on at Hollywood Park, I'd say, go to the races, but we said, don't walk, you shouldn't be walking, and all that. But now that's gonna go away too.
Yeah, right. Tracks
So the mall's gonna go there?
Where?
The Hollywood Park?
Mixed commercial retail, yeah.
Okay.
Some residential, if I recall.
Yeah. Changing of the times, right? It's like asking about them buildings.
The oldest building in the league is what, the Joe?
Might be.
Oh, the island. The island.
Islanders.
Probably the island, huh?
Probably,
Right,
well,
Nassau?
actually MSG, but it's been
Yeah, refurbished.
reclaimed 100 times, or 3, 4 major times.